I think many people are afraid to believe in God because they fear giving up their individuality. The truth is, God doesn't erase individuality, but restores it through unconditional love. See, overthinking pulls you away from peace because it convinces you that your identity depends on controlling everything. But God is not trying to destroy your individuality. He's not trying to control you. He's trying to free you from the bondage of the ego that condemns you. The ego forces you to do what you don't want to do and feel what you don't want to feel, as you end up surrendering yourselves to an identity formed from that ego, and you end up hating yourself because of it, never realizing what you're doing is acting as controlled opposition against God and for the ego. Most people think surrender means becoming less of yourself, but unconditional love does not erase distinction, it removes alienation. God never wanted copies. He wants relationship. That's why peace matters so much, because peace is what happens when identity no longer has to fight for worth, validation, or control. You're still you while in a state of peace and calm, right? Well, of course you are. But without God, individuality becomes separation, and that is where peace ends. Peace is replaced by fear, comparison, pride, and emotional chaos, trying to create a false self. But with God, individuality becomes authentic. You remain uniquely you, yet no longer disconnected from the source of love itself. In heaven, individuality is not abolished. It's perfected through unconditional love. Because difference is not the enemy of love. Division is. Unconditional love allows distinct people to remain fully themselves while existing in complete harmony. Not uniformity, harmony. That's why unrighteousness cannot remain in heaven, because anything rooted in fear, division, jealousy, or self-exaltation fractures communion. And what separates is not healthy. It's not growth through expansion. But unconditional love restores relationship where we all have individual differences, but we, through God, all get along. Here's the thing I figured out. Right now on this world, we have love versus fear, which is truth versus lies. And that has the world divided, us versus them. Now, did you know God confines the minds of the proud? He takes away people's right to attain and retain knowledge, even basic common sense. Oh, we see that now, don't we? So people who live in separation of God because they want to, well, now they are individuated beings without the knowledge of life. This is what they wanted. They are stuck in fight or flight and judgment. There is no growth in judgment. That's not unconditional love. This world is in a state of entropy where it is going through a de-evolution. Knowledge is from God, and we who love, we are expanding knowledge through our individuality. So what if when we all get to heaven, we are separated only by our individuality, united to God by God's unconditional love? That's a win-win. Are you down with that? I am so totally down with that. How cool is that? Because right now, God unconditionally loves us through unrighteousness, as this is how we can see God's love by living in contrast to Him. And living in unrighteousness for a time is what has helped form our individuality. But in heaven, we take our individuality without the unrighteousness, and that is what enables us to properly see God. We see God through the spiritual eyes of individuation, not separating, as we are all united together with God in unconditional love. That's what unites us. God is God, and we are still ourselves without the barrier of unrighteousness holding us back. Individuality is not wrong. It's not bad, but it provides enough contrast in heaven so that God can keep shining in His unconditional love without having to do anything. God can just be. And this is what it means to enter God's full and complete rest. So what if the closer we are to unconditional love, the freer we become to truly be ourselves, as we let God be who He needs to be, and He lets us be who we need to be. Isn't that what unconditional love truly is? So be fruitful in love and be blessed.